Few know Putin better than his arch-nemesis, Russia's richest man turned its most famous political prisoner of modern times. And Mikhail Khodorkovsky warns that the Kremlin's use of tacking to influence the US election is just the beginning.
For Putin, it was very important not so much to demonstrate some direct influence on the American election process, because it's not very possible in reality, but to show that he's capable of such influence. And now, with the help of Western press that actively brings this to light, he will use this card in his relations with his counterparts from democratic countries as a threat to influence election process.
Khodorkovsky's been locked in a near-mortal struggle with Putin for over a decade and, in short, when he challenged Putin politically, lost badly. Yet he remains an acute student of his enemy's character and what that may mean for his apparent bromance with Trump.
Putin perceives Trump as plain, weak and controllable. Trump perceives Putin as clear and sincere. As soon as they feel themselves being deceived, and they are two quite emotional people, there might be a very serious conflict. That's what I definitely wouldn't like to happen.
And at the heart of Moscow and Washington's relationship will be Rex Tillerson, Secretary of State nominee. His time as ex-oil oil giant chief, often in Russia, led him to work very closely with the Kremlin, maybe too closely with its top players.
That's not a problem, his close relationship to one of the most powerful men in the Kremlin, Igor Sechin. Your face says yes.
I'd say I don't know for whom this is a problem. The fact that he knows them too well could be a problem for America, and it could be a problem for Sechin and Putin. And the issue here depends on values. I know from my own experience that business and politics, especially international politics, are absolutely two different things. When you actually go into international politics, everything changes completely. There's no rules, common rules at least. And there's no enforcement mechanism that could enforce those rules. So here, one has to be guided by values, the only beacon light.
Khodorkovsky, once a communist youth activist, has mirrored the post-Soviet rise and fall of his homeland. Small businessman, turned oil giant, persecuted and prosecuted into penury, and then, in Russia's ubiquitous gulag, their most famous political prisoner, where he learned, oddly, in jail, that there is goodness at the heart, even society's most desperate.
The prison's administration wanted to make my punishment harsher, so they tried to make different convicts say all sorts of lies about me. But none of them agreed. No one. And when I asked them why, they said that that's because I haven't done anything bad unto them, so they weren't able to set me up. They might have made a mistake, behaved wrongly, had a difficult life, but still had something in their soul you can rely on.